the third time, I knew something was happening to me at nighttime. So I didn't think much about it. And back in 1969,
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea about UFOs, what they were. I had no idea about aliens, and
Yeah.
people didn't talk about it. That was like taboo.
Yeah. Very, very different time.
It was. I mean, if you said anything like that, you was ready for the white jacket and the
Yeah.
padded room.
Yeah. The nut house. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, it took me. I kept having, I don't know, like little flashes of things over my lifetime, and I couldn't figure out what the heck this is. I don't know what's going on, why I'm seeing these. Well,
Sure.
I owned a house. My wife and I, we split up, and about a year later, I was going to move to Florida, or actually, I was going to go to Texas, and I sold my house. Well, I stayed there after I sold it. I stayed there for a month. Well, I started having this weird, I don't know, not really a dream, because I would just like lay down or go to take a nap, and I would get this image of these black things. They were like shadows,
Mm-hmm.
and I absolutely couldn't move. I was like, oh my God, I can't move. So, I mean, this went on for a month. Well, the last day of the month, I told myself, well, this time when I go to sleep, I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to let whatever it is, let it happen.
Yeah.
So I laid in bed, and it started that shadow thing, like, and I didn't fight it. And it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like uh, watching a film frame by frame.
Right.
And I could see the shadows coming, one to each side, my legs. And I just laid there and let it happen. And next thing I know, I can feel their hands on my arm just like it was. And there they were. It was the grays, then that tall gray.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I actually remembered it. And I knew. Then over the years, things, I says, I've been on the moon. I seen a building on the moon, on the dark side of the moon. And I said, what the hell? How would
Right.
I know that? And it looked like part of it, there was a couple, three big buildings, but a lot
Mm-hmm.
of it was like Quonset hut. You know what a Quonset hut is? It
I
was
don't.
the military used to use. It's like a barrel cut in half, like that. It looks
Sure.
like. And well, I had a feeling I was only there for a very short time,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that was either the first time they took me, I was there, or the second time. I think that was like being drafted,
Yeah.
and but it wasn't them. It was American people.
Right.
Then I don't remember a lot about the moon, but Mars I remember quite a bit about. Now
Mm-hmm.
I can remember being all this stuff kind of like just fell right in place. And then I thought, Mars. I said, man, I know about Mars. I know we have an underground base at Mars.
Sure.
And it all came to me. I was there. I can remember going to a couple, three of briefings,
Yeah.
and just one gentleman. Now I can almost see his face, but not quite. And he had a little mustache.
Yeah.
And I'm 6'10", or excuse me, 5'10".
Yeah.
He was maybe 1 or 2 inches shorter than me. But when he told you something, you did it. You obeyed him.
Right.
He was very strict and stern. Well, anyways, I can remember them telling us we had a mission, and this mission was we was going to stop this other group of extraterrestrials that were gonna invade 5 planets. We was number 3 on the list, and how it was going to work was we was going to work with the other 4 aliens from the other planets, and the Greys. The Greys are what gave him all the intelligence, how they knew what this other race was gonna, how they were gonna work it, when they was gonna do it,
Right.
and all that. And what we was gonna do is we was gonna go. They was gonna come to each planet. Now, not on the same asteroid.
Yeah.
I guess they would do one, then jump off and go to the other.
Yeah.
He was going to land on this big ass asteroid, and as they come close to the planet, they was going to do this to. A advanced group was going to a smaller ship and go down. And what they were going to do is they was going to infiltrate into the military or the whatever every planet had for defense.
Sure.
And the governments or the powers of each planet.
Mm.
And what our mission was is to stop this advanced group, but we had to kill every one of them. Not one of them could be left alive, what this guy said. Then he said that, I remember that in another meeting, he told us, he gave us this rifle. They were kind of a funny looking rifle. They looked like they was made out of glass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were transparent colored. And we were told it was a plasma rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they specifically said that we couldn't lay it down because if we did, you wouldn't find it.
Oh, wow.
And we couldn't pick somebody else's rifle up and shoot it because we had to shoot it with thought. So I imagine everybody's brain thing is a little different.
Yeah.
So but what he said, why it was transparent is because if something happened when we was fighting the aliens, they didn't want them to find it and use figure out the technology for it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So in other words, they'd step on it and it would break just like glass.
Wow.
Now it was quite heavy, and it looked like the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Now there was no trigger, just like a stock. You hung onto it. The barrel was like a tube on the bottom, and it would come up. Think of like a pump shotgun, but much bigger the pipe. And at the end on the bottom was where the plasma came from. You could see it was nice bright red color, as it would go up the tube and start up the bend because it was like a U shape.
Yeah.
It would start the tube turn blue, and when it shot out, it was a nice blue color. Well, then we explained we had to shoot these other extraterrestrials. We had to shoot them in the face 2 times to kill them. Now, also in one of the other meetings, he's telling us about the Greys. He told us they give them all the information, everything that we was using, transporting, and everything like that. And he said that they were thousands and thousands years more advanced in technology than we were.
Right.
Then after that, I can remember we got on this ship, and it was kind of like the TikTok things, the Air Force thing, something like that.
Yeah.
And the doors open like to the side and up, and all of us had our own little apartment. Oh, and by the way, we did wear spacesuits, and they don't look like what NASA uses neither.
Yeah.
And
were they ultra thin?
yeah, well, I don't know about really thin, but I know they fit on you pretty tight. I mean, you could move really easy in them.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing like NASA on them big bulky things like that.
Sure.
And the helmets fit really tight. Now I gotta explain something about the helmets. Now we had a translator in there, so if somebody else talked to you, one of the other 4 from the other 4 planets, you could understand them, and vice versa. When you talk to them, they could